Good morning, y'all. I am so tired. I still got watery eyes, nose running, so bear with me, y'all. Y'all may hear little sniffles because I ain't finna keep chopping this video down because I'm human. But I decided to do this video because last night, y'all, it stormed so bad. It was pouring down like crazy. It was thundering, lightning, lights was flickering, and I ain't gonna lie, y'all, I was a little scared. Okay, I was a little scared. You feel me? But whenever it storm like that, it reminds me of like everyday life stuff. And y'all, when I first started this platform, I did start out doing pranks. But y'all know that wasn't my ultimate goal. So before I started making all these mistakes, little dumb mistakes, like I used to always get on here and motivate y'all, one of the things I used to always talk about is the storm, y'all. And it's crazy because once I started talking about the storm, I used to hear my same speech on other people's platforms. And I'm going to be honest with you, y'all, I don't even know where I had even got the speech from. I probably heard it somewhere and just tweaked it my own way or whatever. I don't know. But whenever it stormed, because now you can kind of see the aftermath of the storm. Like there's like water puddles everywhere. There's still like water dripping off the trees, but for the most part the sun is shining, y'all. If y'all in the chat, when it storms, like really storm, like hurricanes and stuff like that, like I want y'all to be honest. Who in the comment section in the chat be scared of storms? And I'm not talking about just no rain. Like we can all maneuver through rain. I'm talking about the thunder and the lightning. Sometimes it hail, the wind blows, all that. Like, as scared as I was, and I was scared for many reasons, because trees and stuff like that fall on people's houses when you live in the country, and lights and stuff can be out for weeks at a time. I mean weeks. And so I didn't want a tree to fall on my car for one. And I dang sure didn't want no tree to fall on my head. So with that being said, y'all, it don't matter what your circumstances look like, you're gonna be okay. Regardless of what it is that you're going through, a bad breakup, being a single mom, divorcing, grieving a death, whatever it is, like, you're gonna be fine. And even though when we in our storms, it looked like all hell done broke loose, we sad, we hurt, we angry. Some of us are maybe even bitter. And can't nobody tell you whether or not you should be bitter or not, because they didn't go through what you went through. You know, it's easier said than done about we should just move on and let bygones be bygones and let it go. And eventually, we do have to let those unfortunate things go or whatever. But it shouldn't be on nobody's timing but ours. So don't let nobody rush you into getting over something, because what'll happen is you'll never really get over it. Okay? But while you in your storm, you know, because there's somebody right now that's in the middle of a massive storm. I've even seen people pull over on the side of the road. Like they stop in the middle of the storm. And guess what? They never get out of the storm until they move. So, and I'm saying that because there's people, y'all, who are either headed into a storm. It's one repeated cycle. If it's not one thing, it's another. If it's not this, it's that. And you got to be able to handle these situations, because sometimes it don't come with no warning sign. Especially if you've been married 13, 15, 16 years and all hell break loose, or your kids is acting out, or you done been diagnosed with an illness. Like, some of these things just happen out of nowhere, but you still gotta keep going. You either walking into a storm, in the middle of a storm, or you get ready to walk out. The thing about walking into a storm is sometimes we get warning signs, like me, and you ignore them. And so when you're caught in the middle of the storm, like those storms are so bad and they hurt like hell. Especially when you didn't realize that the outcome would be so detrimental. In these storms, people don't understand what you're going through. They're very inconsiderate. They'll beat you down while you're already down because that's the only way they know how to get you. And those people have sat back, studied, and watched you. Could be for years, could be all your life. And they see you in this moment of chaos and you trying to fight your way through, but then there's no way out. So then you have no choice but to go through your storm. You don't know how long it's going to take. It could take today. It could take next week. It could take next month. It could take next year. It could take the next decade. Regardless of the fact, you will eventually make it out of the storm. And when you make it out of the storm, what happens at the end of every storm? I haven't seen one yet, but I'm pretty sure that if it was daytime yesterday and it was storming, I would have seen a rainbow. That rainbow at the end is so worth it. Okay? Because it don't matter what you're going through, you're going to always be fine. It's always going to, the sun is always going to shine. There's always going to be some type of rainbow. Okay? The husband you had may have not been the husband that God wanted for you. And you may find somebody so much better. The job that you've been on 15 years may have not been the job God wanted for you. And you may just end up becoming CEO of your own company. Okay? The house that you wanted. I'm not crying. My eyes is just very watery from, I don't know if it's a cold or my allergies. I don't know. But remember I told y'all my kids have a runny nose and they've been sneezing all in my face because I've been having a doctor on them. So, excuse how my face looks. I'm here to tell you firsthand, guys, like, things have a funny way of working out. Even when we don't see it. We're not supposed to see it because then that's not faith. Faith is the substance of all things not seen. So you just keep going. Even if you gotta do it a day at a time, do things a day at a time. I wake up. I get myself ready. I don't know what lies ahead of me, but I know I'm still here. So that means I have a purpose. I know all my children are still here. So I know that they have a purpose. I know that we're all healthy by the grace of God. So one day at a time. Some days will be easier than others. Other days may be harder than others. But the fact that you're still here, that's a gift within itself. You don't want to give up. If you give up, you're always going to be stuck in a storm. Matter of fact, you can't give up. No matter how much you want to give up, you can't give up, especially if you have multiple children or even just one child. You don't want your kids to look at you like, my mom could have had so much, but she gave up. Because of who? People. A bad breakup. Who wasn't there? No. Never give up. Ever. And then if you give up, you'll never know how far you could have gone. I've seen some celebrities, honey, that have fell short. Chris Brown put his hand on Rihanna. Rihanna fell short. Usher, the whole herpes scandal thing, I don't know if they were true or not, fell short. And I can name some more, but I won't. They on top. They just did not keep going. Was Chris Brown wrong for putting his hands on Rihanna? Yes. Did he catch a lot of backlash for it? Yes. Was he humiliated? Yes. But guess what? He kept going. Usher. Y'all know about the herpes stuff. Did he actually have herpes? I don't know. I don't care. But he took a lot of backlash for that. The cream. Somebody, I guess, recorded him rubbing the cream on him. I don't know. But he kept going. If you stop, people will forget about you fast. People don't care. And then you won't have no haters no more. Because they'll feel like, oh, she ain't finna do nothing. He ain't finna do nothing. Owe it to nobody but yourself and your children. And you just gotta keep the faith. And that's what keeps me going. Yeah, I've had some mad as hell days. Y'all, if it was ever a purge, that's all I'm gonna say. If it was ever a purge, the chances of it ever being a purge is like 1% out of I don't know, 2 million. It's not gonna happen. I ain't gonna say what I wanted to do. Y'all know, because y'all have been angry for me. But then I gotta remind myself, what is that gonna do for one? You know what I'm saying? Who gonna take care of my kids? Not getting taken care of now by other people. If I ended up in jail behind foolishness, they gonna be in the system. I've been in foster home before. It's not a good feeling. So, anyways, I won't have this video too long. Just remember, guys, if you're not in a storm, you finna walk into one. That's not to scare you. That's just life. Life is a roller coaster. If you're already in the middle of a storm, keep going. Because if you just pull over on the side of the road, you gonna always be stuck there. Once you get out of the storm, just be thankful, okay? It's gonna happen. Your time is gonna come. It may not be right now, but just keep going.